Looks like we're live. Hey Facebook, how's everybody doing? I hope you're having a great Wednesday. I forget the days sometimes. I hope you're having an amazing Wednesday, amazing hump day. I hope your week's productive. I hope you accomplished all the things you've wanted to. And we are today at Daily Motivation, number 45. 45 videos in, 365 to finish up. So anyone that checks out these videos, I appreciate you taking your time to watch this. Like the great Jay-Z said, you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate it. And if I don't give you a shout out, it just means I just can't see you. And I apologize, but know that I appreciate you taking your time to watch this. And today I want to talk about legacy. It's something that I don't know if it's talked about enough, of the legacy of somebody. In this Instagram age, Facebook age, social media age, and even MTV age, back when I was a kid, it was all about the accolades that you received. It was all about the stuff. The cars, the clothes, the things that don't mean anything when it's all said and done. I know Zig Ziglar says a joke. Somebody came to him and said, I wonder how much money Howard Hughes left. And he said he left it all. You can't take it with you. Even Nas said, even the pharaohs, they just rob your grave. So you can't take it with you. And most of us, many times, are just seen and focused on the accolades versus the legacy. And that's the question that I have to ask myself sometimes, is what do you want your legacy to be? And the reason I do these videos, because I really don't have to. I don't really have to be a motivational speaker. I have talents in writing, in my own books. I have talents in real estate, where I just got my GC license. And I have talents in different areas, but there's something about speaking to people that really empowers me, that really makes me feel good about myself and what I do, because I know at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much money I make, it doesn't matter how much fame or accolades that I collect. It's all that matters is, how did I affect people's lives? I remember Les in one of his conferences said, you'll never remember what I said. You'll forget what I say, but you'll never forget how I made you feel. I thought that was huge. He said, you'll forget what I say, but you'll never forget how I made you feel. And it reminds me of a story that he told once on Facebook Live, that when he went back to his old radio station in Ohio where he was fired, he was very upset that he locked himself inside the studio. And the police had to come down and escort him out. And, they put handcuffs on him. But a person heard from the radio, came down there and said, hey, Les, officers, you can't take Les out in handcuffs. And like, what do you mean? He broke the law. He's like, no, you can't do that. He said, well, he broke the law. We're going to take him out in handcuffs. And he said, I want you to take a look outside. He went outside and saw tons of people with signs of free less and signs of, this is not right. We want less. We want less. And that was such a powerful story to me. It was before he even was a motivational speaker. Because even on the radio, he impacted so many people's lives. Hey, Greg, how's it going, brother? I can see Greg. He impacted so many people's lives that they were willing to leave work, leave where they were, to petition for him. I've been let go from jobs. I had nobody petition for me. But that's the legacy. That's the power you have when you affect people's lives, is they will fight for you. Versus you constantly have to fight for yourself. There'll be people there to fight for you because they believe in what you do. They believe in what you stand for. And after, Kobe Bryant died on Sunday, and you saw how many lives he impacted in 41 years of living. How many lives he's impacted. And only 20 years of actually being seen, right? Being known. And how many people's lives, how many people sunk when they heard the news. Even people that weren't basketball fans, because of the impact of the Mamba mentality, the impact that he had affected people. So when you're approaching your dreams, you're approaching your goals, think about legacy. Think of, what am I going to leave? What notion am I going to leave? How many lives am I going to impact? How many people am I going to help? How many people are going to do better because I came through here? That's the question. I was listening to T.D. Jakes one time, and his sermon shook me because he said most people are looking for position, not purpose. But he said if you find your purpose to affect people's lives in many ways as possible, you will automatically be lifted to the position. But if you have the position, but you don't do anything with purpose, you don't help anybody out, you won't get there. And if you do get there, it'll be a sad, sad trip. Because I've heard stories of people saying, man, I'm a multi-millionaire, I've done all these things, and I'm feeling good, and I'm ready to retire at 40-something. And then, life, God, whatever you want to call it, shook them to come back into the field. Because I created you to do something. I've created you to handle something for me. See, life is creative, and it creates through you. But it can't create through you if you're not thinking about how can I affect other people's lives. If your wavelength is not in effect, it's only on me, then your reach will be very small. I remember Doug Nelson said the year he's retired, he said, I'm done, I made my money, I'm good, I'm just going to have my farm, I'm chilling. His house blows up. Literally blows up. Burns his face. And he has to go through rehabilitation. And in that rehabilitation, he found his real connection with the source energy, with the Brahman, with the Allah, with the Krishna, whatever you like to call it in your own mind. But that connection brought him back into the field and back into affected people's lives, where me and my wife went to his seminar, and it was so good, it affected our lives in a positive way. And I think to myself, imagine if those things did not happen, how can I be affected? So now Doug's life affected me in a positive way. And now I can affect others in a positive way. When you go for legacy, hey Brent, hey Jasmine, that's when and only when you align yourself with the purpose that will bring you all the accolades and goals that you want. It's all there for you, but it's your alignment to it. Because sometimes we do things to make money. I've done things for years to make money and I never kept the money. I've never kept the money. Trust me. All the things I've tried, but as soon as I got purposeful on a legacy, on something that affect people's lives in a positive way, it feels like that's when I was able to be okay. Even when things get rocky, I always end up being okay. These are my emotions more than what life is doing. Life is just shaking things up a little bit for me because it's trying to guide me into a certain direction. Because ever since I aligned myself with legacy, I feel that life is always guiding me in the right direction and things work well for me. When I'm thinking about how can I affect people's lives in a positive way versus just thinking about me. And I noticed when I started only about me, I got quick, but I lost it quick. But when I thought about others, I got it slowly, but I get to keep it. So in your life, when you're chasing your goals, you're chasing your accolades, you're chasing your dream, you're chasing whatever you're going after. Even that girl. Some people, T.D. Jakes asked me this one time. He's like, women want to get married, but they don't know how to be a good wife. A woman wants the baby, but doesn't want to carry the nausea for 9 months, right? But when you know, hey, I want to birth this baby to be a great person in society, a new leader, a king in this world. That's a whole different mindset. Well, I'll go through the nausea. I'll go through the pain. I'll go through whatever because it's mission driven. And I feel like when you're after a legacy, you're after affecting people's lives in the most positive way that you can, that's when things break. Not when it's for you, but when it's for the masses. And when it's for the masses, trust me, it will come slow. Look at the biography of Stephen Jobs. Look at the biography of Jack Ma. Look at the biography even Mark Zuckerberg. Really read their biographies. Elon Musk. These things took time. When they're affecting people in the most massive way. SpaceX almost got bankrupt twice. I mean, it's tough. Walt Disney filed bankruptcy. I mean, it takes time. But look at Disney now. Look at the effects empowering the world that they have. That's the legacy of Walt Disney. That's the legacy of Jack Ma. That's the legacy of Elon Musk is not now, years from now. And when you focus on years from now, but not now, but years from now, I promise you, you will find everything that you always wanted. And again, either you could agree with me or not agree with me. But I honestly feel like this was a tremendously successful conversation. I promise you, go for legacy. Go for the long haul. Go for the years. Go for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 100 years. Be that person. Be the Harriet Tubmans of the world. Be the Martin Luther Kings of the world. Be the Malcolm X's of the world. Be the Princess Dianas of the world. Be those people. Because those live forever. I appreciate you taking your time to watch this. Love is love. I appreciate all of you. I pray we make some waves on the legacy. Ha ha, I like that. I like that. Yes, you got to make some waves on the legacy. It's more important than you and me. That's the message that came to me today to share. It's more important than you and me. And sometimes when I get drugged down and I'm tired, I don't feel like doing much, I remember there's way more people that need me to keep going than me to keep going. Thank you guys. I hope this served you well. Please like, please share, please comment. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Brent. Thank you, Jazz. And thank you for anyone else that gets the chance to watch this live or later. Love is love. Day 45. Let's keep it going. Namaste.